Hey, everybody, do you want to sell your home with an agent or not? I'm going to give you the things you should be looking for as a consumer when you decide on whether to hire a listing agent to sell your home or not. When they show up to your house, first of all, they need to have their act together. I believe they should be dressed nicely for the occasion. They need to be friendly. They need to be observant of what's important to you. They need to be conversational, somebody that you can trust with your conversations, that you could be seen as someone that can talk to the consumer public about your house. So that's the first thing. Secondly, they should ask to tour your home. It's very important. They need to understand a lot about what is going on with your home. And when they're touring your home, they should be listening and taking notes and asking you questions. They shouldn't be talking a lot. This should be a discovery area where they're learning about your house. After they learn about your house and the history of it, perhaps the upgrades, capital improvements, anything that needs to be addressed in the house, that's all important. And they should be taking notes. Then they should sit down with you, perhaps at the kitchen table, and they should be very kind and observant of any kind of area that might be yours. I always like to ask the client, hey, is this okay to sit here? Because perhaps that's the area where that client sits all the time, and that's their place of where they sit. So little things like that matter. When you sit down, the agent should be doing a needs analysis. And what a needs analysis is they're going to be asking you a lot of questions about the home. How quickly do you want to sell? How urgently do you want to sell from a scale of 1 to 10? They're going to ask about any kind of things like, are there dogs in the home that would prevent it from being showing? How would they like to communicate with you as the agent? A lot of questions in terms of what's the next step? Why are they selling? Where are they going? Do they need help with me finding them an agent somewhere else if they're moving? What would be the ideal outcome from this whole situation? They really should be patiently walking through a needs analysis with you so they understand exactly what you want out of this transaction and how they want you to serve them, because they are your number one. The consumer is the agent's number one priority. It's called a fiduciary agent. That consumer, that client, comes above all other things in the transaction. So we owe you confidentiality. We owe you obedience. As long as it's lawful and moral, we're going to do what you say. The client controls the decision and we control the process. That's how that works. After you do a needs analysis, then you're going to demonstrate. You're going to demonstrate your skills as an agent, and you're also going to demonstrate the tools that you use in the actual company that you work for. So as a consumer, you're looking for an expertise. You're looking for an agent that can talk you through the program from A to Z. How is it going to work to sell your house from A to Z? It shouldn't have to be looking at a book. This should be something that's memorized because they understand the contract. Do they understand the purchase contract? Are they able to actually explain how to sell a house from A to Z? That is important. The next thing they should do is they at some point should explain the forms that you're going to be signing, because you're going to be signing an employment agreement, otherwise known as a listing agreement. They should be able to explain the concepts of that document. Agents shouldn't just send you documents to sign without explaining what is in those documents. You shouldn't be signing documents unless you understand what you're signing. So an agent should understand their trade, and that means they understand the contract and all the addenda that have to be signed by the client as well. A comparable market assessment. They need to be able to walk into that appointment and understand what's happening in the area, how the activity in the area is in competition with your house, understanding what's closed in the last 90 days. What are your active listings that you're competing against? What's pending? They should be able to give you a very good idea of a range of value that your home should be able to be sold at. And they should be able to explain what's happening in the marketplace. Is it trending upward? Is it trending downward? I use many market reports to be able to give a really sound narrative of what's happening with all of my sellers. They need to be attuned to the market, and the more questions you ask them, you will understand. You will see if they know what they're talking about with the market. So we've gone over our forms. We've asked the agent to do a comparable market assessment. And then finally, they need to be able to explain the next steps. What are the next steps to buying or to selling a house? They need to be able to explain all the things that are going to happen before the house goes on the market, during the marketing process, the things that they're going to need to do. Does it need a pre-inspection? Do we need a cleaner to come in? Do we need the carpets cleaned, the windows cleaned? One thing I offer is a free cleaning service with my listings. I pay for that because I want the house to look beautiful. So what are all the things that need to be done? Does it need to be appraised before the house is listed? I'll be explaining the video process, all the videos that we're going to do online. So so we have maximum exposure of the house. So they need to be able to explain their marketing services to you. What are they going to do for you? You're going to be paying them good money out of the proceeds of the house. Why are they different? What are they doing from a marketing standpoint to really get the word out there about your house? These are all the things you should be looking at as a consumer before you decide to pull the trigger in hiring an agent. I hope this has been helpful, and we do give you all of these things here at the Jeff Sutherlin team. So please feel free to reach out to me, ask me any questions, and I can help you along with this process. Have a great day, everybody. Take care.